So before we get started with the actual video, I would like to tell you guys that this is not a tutorial on how to sell your merch. This is a tutorial on how to make your merch. Normally YouTube's official brand that they use is Teespring. However, you have to have 1,000 subscribers or over to sell your merch on YouTube officially. So I cannot tell you how to sell your merch on YouTube because that would be, I might get sued by YouTube, and we don't want that, do we? Okay, so that's just a quick disclaimer, or quick, I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with the video. So the first thing that you'll have to look at is this quick overview of what you'll have to do. So step 1 is what you'll need to do first. So you're going to need to prepare these materials, which are a printer that is connected to your computer that is fully stocked with colored ink, or at least has enough colored ink to print one page. The other thing that you need is the item that you want to put your logo on, or like any design that you want to choose or anything. You're going to need scissors, and you're going to need a roll of Scotch tape, or you could use fabric glue depending on what you're going to put your logo on. Then you're going to need an image editing software. Some of them cost money, but I recommend Canva because it is free if you don't want to get the pro version. The free version is very good, and you'll only need the free version for this. Let's head on to step 2 so we can begin designing. So first, what you're gonna do is you want to go onto Canva. As you can see a bunch of thumbnails that I've created here. So what we want to do is click Create a Design. Then we want to look up YouTube thumbnail. And I know we are not creating a YouTube thumbnail, but this is the best way to create this. So then what you want to do is head over to the elements. You can put anything here that you want. You can put any text in here or anything. I'll show you an example in a quick sec. You might want to upload photos like these if you have like an image that you want to add, like a logo, like I'm using this for mine. Then you'll need to upload it onto here by clicking this upload media and choosing a file. So I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to create one of these. So I've already uploaded this, so I'm going to put this in. Now this is a Splatoon squid because my channel is called SquidKid429 or Mr. Squidler. It's called Mr. Squidler right now, but I used to be called SquidKid429. So you want to resize it however you want. Drag it to the middle. Then you want to go ahead and get your text box. You can change the color of the background by clicking on it and then going up here by the background color. For this example, I'm going to be going with orange. That's not a good orange for me, so I'm going to make it a little bit more saturated. That looks good. So we are going to cut this part out when we print it out. Anyway, let's go out here. We can go select this. We want to crop it, so come up here where I'm showing my cursor, you just click crop, then you move it so that it's basically the smallest as it can be. Like, you want it to touch all of the sides of the photo or picture, as you can see how I'm doing it right now. So that looks very, like, pretty much the closest that you can get to cropping it. Now you want to add your text. I'm gonna choose this. This is a good one for the example that I'm gonna use. We don't want this subheading here or whatever. You can change the color of the text up here. I'm gonna go with a white for now. So I'm going to put my, here's what we want. We want hashtag Squid Gang in all caps. Okay, so we got that. Now we want to resize the text box to how we want it. So we just click and drag. Easiest thing in the world. Okay, that looks good. That's how we want it. So it's not centered right now, so I'm going to try and center it as best as I can. Just drag it like that. Now that's pretty much the best that we're gonna get right there. Okay, so we've got our design all complete. Now you want to download, and then you can just download as the PNG. Then you click download. As you can see right there, it's downloaded. Just click that. You don't need it. Okay, so now let's go into our Google Doc, because you can't, if you're using Canva, then you cannot print it right out of here. So as you guys can see, I have created a new document. I'm going to name it Merch Logo, because why not? That sounds like the most appropriate name. I'm using Google Docs. You can use a Word document, and it's pretty much like the same way. You want to click Insert, then you want to click Image, then Upload from Computer, and I'll get back to you once I've uploaded it from the computer. So you just click this, find the file, and then it should be in there, and then you drag it to the size that you. Okay guys, so I've got the image that I want in here. However, it's probably not going to be big enough. So what we want to do is go up here, rotate it as much as we can, so about 90 degrees, that's what we want. So we can fit the size that we want exactly. Okay, so here we go. We got it all bordered up like that. That's the size that I want. You can, if you look at like the pixel difference and stuff on your computer, then you can see how big it will be in real life, or you can just print it without trying to do anything fancy, like I just said. So now you want to make sure that you have your printer connected and make sure that it's on. You want to make sure it's got all the ink that it needs in it right now. So you've got your image ready. All you need to do is just click print. Loading preview. So that's the printer that I'll be using. It's a pretty decent printer. You want copies, just one, pages, all, because there's only one page. You do want color, unless you don't want color. I guess you choose that. I don't want it to print on both sides just because of how it will bleed, and also you can't really use it on both sides, so there's really no point. So then you just hit print. My printer's downstairs. It should be printing out any second, and I will get back to you guys when I have got it printed out. Okay guys, so I have got the printed design. This was our Google document, if you remember. I just grabbed it out of the printer, and I've got some scissors. So now we're going to cut it the way that we need to, which is very good because, or very important, and also you want to cut like this logo or whatever very carefully. So first I'm going to just chop off this bit here so it lines up with where that image ends. We're gonna cut all the way across. Just want to get like a little thin sliver so I can do this as precise as possible. Yeah, I've just let this ink dry for a little bit. You gotta make sure to do that with all your printers. Okay, so now I want to cut these white parts off. I'm actually going to cut to like right there. There we go. Then I'm going to cut that whole thing off. Okay. Now, this text part is good. That's all done and dusted. Now we just need to cut around this because we don't want it to be white. I want it to be, the item that I'm going to be sticking this on is orange, so here it is. I'll get back to you once I've tidied this up a little bit. Okay guys, so I'm just finishing up here. I've cut the squid logo out of here. If you're going to put this on fabric, then you don't want to cut the logo out because it will stick together better. But I'm going to put this on a solid material. I was going to put it on a water bottle actually. So we've got this here. We've got our text strip here and our logo. And again, if you're putting this on any sort of clothing, then you want to just stick this to it, or like keep the background orange on here and make it so it's all one, so that this doesn't like fall off and, you know, become out of place. So yeah, by the way, there are other ways to do this with your merch, but this is the cheap. So guys, I've got my design printed and cut out. I've got double-sided adhesive. That's what I'm going to be using for the video. You guys can use like normal tape and stuff. And I'm going to be using this water bottle here. It's pretty cheap. So I'm just going to wrap this around here. If your logos can fit any other way, then you can do it like that way. You know, you could do it around like I'm doing. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'll be back to you once I've got all my designs on. Okay guys, so I've got my design wrapped around here. If you guys hadn't noticed, right now if I tried to wash this, then everything would come off. So I need to waterproof it. To waterproof it, you could have either laminated it, then put it on here, or you can use clear packing tape, and that's what I'm going to be using. You just wrap it around so that it goes over and a little bit pokes out a little bit. Alright, so I'll get back to you once I've done my packing tape. So guys, I have done a few other examples. Here is the original water bottle that I showed you how to do. This one is another one. It's just got orange text and a white background.